Okay, grade 5. We have settled. It is time to start. We are not talking. I will be deducting points or adding points. You will decide based upon your behavior. Yaren, I already said to play your desk. The only thing that should be out is a pencil. Okay. Grade 5. Last week we learned about something new and we will be continuing on with that topic. Can anyone tell me, in regards to science, what did we learn last week? Michaela? Revolution and rotation was not last week. Bobby? We're listening, grade 5. We are listening. Remember, I will be taking off points. We are respecting Bobby. Bobby, that's the score. Bobby?
Outer space.
You are close. You are close.
Other objects in space.
Awesome. What did she say? She was loud, Tia. What did she say? What did Imagery say, Tia? Alright, so that will be a negative 10 for your group. Pay attention, alright? Tigers, let's pay attention. Amelia, remember you are the group leader. If they are talking, you have to stop it. Okay, so we learned about other objects in space, right? We did that. Now, who can tell me what they can remember from that? What are some of the other objects? Kayla?
Comets.
Oh, one of them we discovered. Who can tell me another? Another. Correct.
Asteroids.
Okay.
Satellites.
Michaela's floor, can I remember my hands?
These type of little air white things that melt from the sun.
I think I know what you're reading, but you have to give me the name. Majesty?
Meteorites.
Not yet. We did not deal with that last week. Tayana? Pardon? But we had the specific name. Okay.
Stars.
Okay. We mentioned something about that.
Yeah.
Okay, Megan, one more person. Yes, that was our topic, but what were they? Okay, Sarada, I'll give you a chance. Pardon?
Astronomers.
Oh, okay, yes, you are correct. And then, pardon? Awesome. Okay, so we can see that we are remembering some of the stuff that we did. That is awesome. Now, before we move on, who can tell me what an astronomer is? Cameron.
An astronomer is a person who studies stars.
All right, awesome. Okay, and constellation, someone from the Tigers. What is a constellation? All right, Tigers, let's pay attention so that you can know. Petros, put the book away from me, please. Babadi, what is a constellation?
When stars shake.
Oh, I know.
When stars shake.
Okay, we are
Yeah, I know.
listening.
When multiple stars shake or something. A type of comet is crazy. A type of comet is crazy.
Okay, grade 5. Hannah, but you are boy. Perfect. All right. So we did that. We went over other objects in space, and today we will be continuing with more objects. All right. So at this time, I want you to pay careful attention. Of all of the activities that we have planned to do today. Okay. Okay, grade 5. that does not give me permission to speak, remember I will be taking points today. All right? Wow. All right. Grade 5. What was that? Was that a shooting star?
That's a
What
laser.
kind of like that?
A red dot.
Okay. It was a rhetorical question. I wasn't asking for an answer. Yes, sir. And then she's not here right now. Okay. I was just asking a rhetorical question. Wow. The bright flashing light coming from the sky. What am I talking about? It's so fast. It's like it's coming toward us, and I'm always tempted to make a wish. Remember, grade 5, quiet hands, quiet hands. I'm always tempted to make a wish when I see this thing. What am I? The guy. Not quite, Tiana. Okay, awesome. Now tell me, grade 5. Do skies actually fall from the sky?
No, Mom.
Do skies fall from the sky?
The sky.
Do stars fall from the sky? Megan, you said. All right. Raise your hand if you say yes. Stars fall from the sky. Raise your hand if you say no. Stars do not fall from the sky.
And you are. Correct.
All right. Okay. Grade 5. So.
I forgot to put my hand on the first one.
All right. Hands down. Hands down, everyone. Let's go. You all ready? So what is a shooting star? If it's not, David, we don't speak out of turn. Darren, my apologies. We do not speak out of turn, or else points will be deducted from the group. Okay, so what is a shooting star? If it is not a star falling from the sky, Kayla? Okay, all right, interesting. Casual? Loudly, speak loud, Casual. Speak loud.
Something that falls from the sky.
All right, okay. Karen, let's hear from you now.
A meteoroid.
It is a meteoroid. Okay, now what is a meteoroid?
A big piece of rock.
Okay, we will be learning about that today. What did you have to say to Kai? Nothing? What about you, Siraj? What did you have to say? Okay, all right, we are listening. Negative for the Tigers because for some reason they are still not paying attention. Let's see who's paying attention, which group. All right, awesome, zebras. Everyone but the Tigers. Awesome. All right, let's continue. Keep it up. Yes, Siraj?
Testing.
We can hear you.
Okay, let's listen quietly.
Testing the microphone. How is it breaking up still?
No, Mom. I just saw it.
Yes, sorry. All right, I think that was it. She was just testing the microphone. All right, so at this time, grade 5, I am going to hand out some materials. And once I give your group leader, if your group leader will hold it until I give further instructions. So, we are not talking grade 5. Your group leader is going to hold this until I give further instructions. We are going to do an activity with the plates, the rocks, and the flower. I am coming around to give each group their flower. I will be pouring it for you. And then I will tell you what to do with your rock. David? I am explaining it now, so you do not have to ask what I'm doing. Okay, grade 5, we are listening. your lesson. We are working as a group. We are working as a group. You are making observations as a group. Grade 5. I did not ask the group
Good
leaders to give
afternoon,
us.
teachers, students. For the inter-house basketball competition, house captain, the PE department is asking you to please send your team at 1:50. At 1:50, please send your team, and also the long anticipated announcement of the board, Commonwealth Board competition, that the winners will be announced at 2 p.m. At this time, paging the Fiji delegation who is in the airport, please make your way back to JPE Square for that announcement.
All right, okay, grade 5. We are focused, we are ready. Let's listen. So once I place the flower in your plate, I would like for you to raise rocks. Each person in the group will have a chance to participate. We are going to take turns, raise the rock, and I want you to drop the rock into the flower. You are going to discuss in your group. First of all, make observations by yourself. Make observations by yourself. Think about it. Negative, another negative for the tigers. Tigers, let me well, I'm still speaking to your group. Please stop talking while I'm talking. Another negative. We are going to drop our rock to see what the impact makes. So I want you to make observation. After you drop your rock, what happened to the flower? Where did it go? Did it stay in one place? Make an observation in your mind. You don't have to write anything down. Make an observation in your mind, and then you will discuss it with your group to see whether they saw the same thing that we saw. Then you are going to lift your rock up and see what happened. Did the flower surface remain flat? Did it make an indentation? What happened? Okay? So at this time, I am coming around. Group leaders, you should have 2 plates and 2 rocks. You should have 2 plates and 2 rocks. I have your. You should have 2 plates and 2 rocks. At this time, you can put another plate between another set of students. So we will be working in pairs with a discussion as a group. Grade 5, you are not talking. I know you are excited. Focus, focus.
Let us focus.
If we cannot focus, we can go to a worksheet. I always have those available. That's focus. All right. Do not, please do not eat the rock, flour, or plate. Do not take your group items, rest it on my desk, please. You won't be participating in this activity. Observation. I will be asking you. It shouldn't take you long to do so. We will be discussing it in 2 minutes. Make your observations. Railings will be coming around to the left from the back group, and then you all will be coming around to the left from the front group. Stop. You slowly walk a We are seated. Let's listen. Let's listen for further instruction. Okay. You will have a chance to clean off afterwards, don't worry. You will have a chance to wash your hands afterwards. But for now, you just have to dust your hands. For now, if you have wipes, you can use the wipes. For now, your hands should, grade 5. If you were paying attention and not, if you were listening, your hands should not be overly dirty to the flour. You should have just picked up the rock and drop it. You should not have been rubbing your hands in the flour. Okay? So now, let's listen. Zebras. I need 2 persons. Tell me, what did you observe? The kite. It made a what? Takai, you saw my lesson? You saw my lesson plan? You took my word. Awesome. Let's write the word on the board. But let's go. Let's go further to hear what Alyssa has to say. One minute, Alyssa. Some people are not listening. Let's see. Cheetahs, are we deducting points? Let's listen. Okay, Alyssa, speak loud again. Okay. Kangaroos, let's hear from you. What's your observation? Terrell, tell me. All right. Okay, Gary, what did you observe? Pardon? Okay. What about you, Your Majesty? Okay. All right. Terrell, can you please? We will deal with it later. Leave it alone. Okay. Let's hear from the cheetahs. Faye, what did you observe? Loud so your classmates can hear you. Remember, we learned the past tense of go is went. It went, not go. It went all over the place. We learned past tense today. All right, let's hear. All right, grade 5. Who am I deducting points from? Okima?
When I drop the rock into the flower, the rock made a spot in the flower and the flower and the flower stem.
All right, awesome. Now, tigers, before you decided not to listen, what did you observe? David? Okay. All right. For the sake of time, let's take one more from the other group. Okay. Lions, one person. What did you observe? Megan. Have a seat for me, please, Terrell. All right, awesome. Now, Elizabeth, tell me. Okay, all right, awesome. Great observations, grade 5. And for the most part, most of you are saying the same thing. You're saying it's the flower jump, the plate shake, and the Kai introduced us to this word. Are you serious right now? What's this word? Crater. Awesome. We were introduced to the word crater, and that's exactly what it is. Now, some of you explain what a crater was. Based on what your classmates said, can you tell me what a crater is, Babadi?
A crater is a big hole caused by something.
Pardon?
A crater is basically a big hole like
Okay, all right. Awesome, Babadi. Gavin, what do you have to say? Gary, what do you have to say?
a crater is a hole that
Pardon? Okay. So I love Babadi's answer. When we drop the rock into the flower, it made a crater. So it's a hole, it formed a hole. The rocks formed a hole, and once we moved it, we were able to see the shape of that rock. Yes, sir? You could. Go ahead. Okay, now, Elizabeth. Please stop. You won't. All right. Giraffe, tell Elizabeth, thank you for that -10. Don't do it again. Okay, now we are going to pay attention at the terms we are using. Stay, please, get the light, please. Okay, let's listen. If you have a question, raise your hand. Okay, so we already went over this. We dealt with other objects in space last class, and we dealt with astronomy, constellation, asteroids, and comets. We went over that definition earlier. Now we are going to look at meteoroids, meteors, and meteorites. Our topic is meteoroids, meteors, and meteorites. So I am going to play a video, and I want you to pay attention at what the video says about meteoroids, meteors, and meteorites. Terrell, can you please have a seat? Can you please have a seat? All right, let's watch the video.
In 1969, a celestial light show burst through the sky over Chihuahua. These lights in the sky are called meteors. Or is it meteorites? Maybe meteoroids? And if they are, what is the difference? Actually, they are all different, but they're pretty closely related. The streaks of light are in fact meteors. But the small rocky bodies that cause the light, those are meteoroids. And when a piece of a meteoroid survives the trip and hits the ground, that object is called a meteorite. So let's talk about our Mexican light show. It actually started out as a single object about the size of a car flying through space. That object was a meteoroid, a body orbiting the sun that's smaller than an asteroid or comet. In February 1969, that meteoroid hit Earth's atmosphere and it hit it fast. Meteoroids fall at a minimum speed of 25,000 miles per hour. At that speed, the friction from the air began to heat up the object. In fact, it made it so hot that it began to burn brightly across the sky as a meteor. This particular meteoroid didn't just burn, it exploded into pieces. Now, most meteoroids burn up entirely as meteors, and some of these pieces did just that. But a few made their way through the atmosphere to hit the ground. Those remnants are known today as the Allende meteorite. Yeah, even though they are lots of stones, they're all considered part of the same meteorite. All in all, about 2 tons of this meteorite was recovered. Study of the Allende meteorite reveals that it is one of the oldest objects in the solar system, older than Earth itself. So where do meteoroids like this come from? Well, almost all of them are actually fragments of asteroids, the larger rocky bodies that orbit the sun in a big belt between Mars and Jupiter. A few, though, are actually moon rocks, and some even come from Mars. So if you ever see one of these interplanetary travelers lighting up the night sky, now you'll know that you're seeing a meteor caused by a burning meteoroid. And if you're very lucky, you might even find a meteorite when it hits the ground.
Okay, grade 5. Before I move on to explain what the video says, I want you to tell me. Alright. Try hands. What did we learn about meteoroids, meteorites, and meteors from the video? Tiesha? Michaela? You could hear it? Okay, alright. Michaela, Megan? Quickly. Dakai? Elizabeth, put it away, please. Pardon? Okay. Based on the video, can anyone, I need someone to help me create this flow chart. What comes first? What comes first? The meteoroid, or the meteorite? I will write it and tell me which one. David? Meteoroid? Alright, he said meteoroid. Okay. What's next? What's next? Can you, before I explain it, no, not that. Tia, you were saying something? A meteorite, okay. Alright, Tia said meteorite. Let's see. Okay, and the last thing would be, or what do you think it would be? The guy? Not, remember, it's meteoroid, meteorite, or meteors. Sarah, you think the meteors would be the last step? All right. After our discussion, we will see. So we have our meteors. Take get the light again, please. Now, what are these things that we are talking about? Meteors, meteoroid, meteorites. Yes. There are many other space bodies, like we said earlier in this class, found in outer space. And the most common is the meteoroid. So we learned one thing about the meteoroid. It's the most common space body. It is a mass of metal or stone moving through space. And sometimes meteoroids fall to the earth when they enter Earth's atmosphere. When they enter Earth's atmosphere, they burst into fire. Okay. So we learned our first thing about meteoroid. It's the most common other object in space. Another thing we learned is that it's a mass of metal or stone moving through space. We learned what it is. And we learned that sometimes meteors fall to the earth. And also, when they enter the Earth's atmosphere, they burst into fire. So they do not stay in a state of metal or stone. The streak of light passes through Earth's atmosphere and is called a what, grade 5? Meteor. So let's look at, if you remember from our flow chart, the first thing was meteoroid. I can't remember who told me, were they correct? Meteoroid is the first step? Based on what we just read, Terrell, is meteoroid the first step? Yes. It is. Alright, so give them 2 claps and a hooray. Hooray! Awesome. And our next step, it says, the streak of light produced passes through Earth's atmosphere and is called a meteor. Our next step was meteor. So we have to switch over from our flow chart. It's meteoroids, then meteor. And another thing, remember, we said most of us, if not all of us, have ever seen a shooting star, correct or incorrect? Incorrect? Who have never seen a shooting star? Okay. Alright, a good number of you. But for those who have seen a shooting star, we discussed earlier that it's not an actual star falling out of the sky. It is indeed a what? A what? What it is? Meteoroid. It is a meteor. It is called a meteor. First it was a meteoroid, and now the streak that we see is the meteor. All right, Michaela, loud. We said that the meteor is the shooting star. We call it shooting star here on Earth, but the correct term is the meteor. So when you see, and now that you know, if you see a shooting star tonight, You can say, hey, mommy, this is what I learned. Although we call that shooting star the correct scientific term or the correct name of it is a meteor. So the next time you see you, ooh, I learned that in class. Look at the meteor. All right. So the last thing, Alyssa. Okay, now, how do we get to the final part, which is the meteorite? If any of the parts of a meteor survives and reaches the earth, it is called a meteorite. So that is telling us that not all of the parts survive. Sometimes it says, earlier we read, that it bursts into fire. So some of it is burned up before reaching the Earth's atmosphere, and some of it passes through the Earth's atmosphere, and now once it lands, it survives and reaches Earth, and it's called a meteorite. Terrell?
What if every single part of the
Meteoroid?
just goes into Earth and it doesn't burst, stays water down?
If that were to happen per se, then we will be finding a bunch of meteorites. We will find a bunch of meteorites lying around. Now, I cannot tell you, Terrell, I want you to research this for me. How often does it happen? How often does meteoroids fall from space and land on it? How often does it happen? Because we don't see it every day. And I could say that it is a great impact. It's not just something that falls in the sky and say, it's something that you will be able to hear. According to the video, she spoke about the meteoroid that took place years ago. All right? So we can research how often does it happen, and we can go on further from that. So we learned the flow. Let's go over it. Before we move on, let's look at the picture of how, in most cases, how it looks, how we say they look. So we learned about comets and asteroids last week. Now let's look at the first thing. First we have the meteoroid. It is rocky or metallic fragment of an asteroid, comet, or planet. All right. So we have meteoroids, and then the meteoroids becomes, what's the second step? Meteoroid to
Meteor.
All right, and then it is a streak of light. That's why we see it. Looks like a shooting star. It is a streak of light. It is a streak of light that is seen when a meteoroid heats up in the atmosphere. So at this time, I want you to rub your hands together for 30 seconds. Rub your hands together. Rub your hands together. Rub your hands together. All right, do you feel it? It's hot. It's hot. That is what is happening. The meteoroid is heating up. It's getting hot. It's getting hot. That is where the fire comes from. That is why it bursts into things. That is how it's heated up. It's moving through. And someone mentioned, and thank you, Caleb, friction. And lastly, it becomes the meteorite, which is the meteor fragment that reaches the ground. Okay? Faith, get the lights for me, please. All right, let's correct our flow chart. Let's correct our flow chart. First we have meteoroids, and then what? Grade 5?
Meteor.
All right. And then what?
Meteorites.
Okay. Okay, so now we have the correct order. We've been doing a lot of activities. We've been learning a lot. So it's time for our refresher. Let's take a quick break. We are not standing up. We are just listening. This break requires you to listen. Okay? You have to listen. All have to do what you have to clap along with it, alright? So that's listen. Alright. So okay. Alright. So it was first, you have to listen. And then the second time you will clap along. So we are listening right now. So listen. All right. Listen. Clap. Listen. Clap. Listen. Alright. Now this one, you really have to listen with this one. Hey. Okay. Alright, so you have some time to cool down a bit. Yes, Cameron, you may have some. Christina, remember? Raise the water sign. Okay, grade 5. At this time, we are going to do another quick activity. I am going to hand out some supplies to your group leader. And then once I give the go-ahead, I will tell you what I will let your group leader know to hand it out. So, these are the supplies. These are the supplies. Okay, grade 5. We are going to create meteoroids, meteors, and meteorites. The first step, this is what we're going to do. We are going to open the packages and someone will be coming around to collect the garbage from you. So do not throw it on the floor, do not put it in the desk. Someone will be coming around to collect the trash. You are going to open the packages. Then you are going to fold it into a ball. Make a ball with your Rice Krispies. And then before you move on, we are going to stop and make observations. Once I give you the go-ahead to continue, you are going to use your fruit roller and then you are going to wrap your Rice Krispie with the fruit roller. Alright? You have to take it off the plastic. You have to take the plastic off. Alright, grade 5, if you would like to eat it when you're done, that is fine. But you are not eating before everything is done. Okay? So we are going to do this quickly, remember? If you would, you are listening. If you would like the treats to be taken from you and not participate, you could just misbehave, talk all you want, get loud, behave, not listen to instructions how the tigers did earlier, and you won't participate. But if you would like to participate, you will be obedient and you will listen. Okay? So, I will hand it to the group leaders. If you are participating in basketball, you may leave right now. You can keep the treats, but you can keep the treats if you're leaving out. If you have a girl, raise your hand, grade 5. One at a time, begin. All right, yes, you can open it right now. You can start working on it. You're not eating it. Remember, the first thing that we are doing is rolling it up in a ball. If we are eating, you won't be working. Let me Raymond and Lemuel is coming around for the wrappers. Please do not throw it in the garbage on the floor. Okay, grade 5. All right, we're not wrapping it as yet. We're not wrapping it. If you are done with the first step, rolling the Rice Krispie, raise your hand. All right. Thumbs up if you are done with rolling the Rice Krispie. You can open the fruit roller, but we are not wrapping it as yet. Thumbs up if you are done with the Rice Krispie. Okay? We are still waiting on a few more people to get done with wrapping, with rolling. We're only making one. Okay? All right, grade 5. All right, grade 5, hold up your ball. Let's see. Quiet hand. All right, let's see the ball. Let's see. Okay, now you can put your hand down. What does this represent?
A meteor.
Pardon me, Alyssa. Speak loud so I can hear the ending, please. Speak loud. Okay, what does it end with? Spell out the ending. Okay, that's not it, Bobby. Loud. All right, awesome. It represents the meteoroid. So everyone take a look at the meteoroid. This is how it looks. Meteoroid. This is how it looks. All right, let's observe the meteoroid. We can see it is a bare rock made of what? Stone or metal. Awesome. We have our rock made of stone or metal. Let me take a look at the meteoroid. All right, Ashley. Okay, now we can open up our fruit roller. Get the fruit roller. Okay, wrap it. Alright, even if it's broke up in pieces, like Faith is doing, Faith is taking it off in pieces. Alright, awesome. I'm seeing some good work. No, you cannot eat it now. After we discuss it, you eat it. Alright, awesome, awesome. You're not eating it? No. Okay. Let's see. Or wrapping it around once it is off.
Good afternoon, Judith P. Thompson. Please excuse the announcement. Staff members, teachers, please listen very closely just so that everyone knows which house they are in and who is your house captain. For the Barracuda house, the captain is Miss Ramick and assisted by Miss Sufrat. Miss Sufrat is the assistant captain. And in the Barracuda house, we have Miss Roca, Miss McQuaid, Miss Lee Roll, Mr. James, Miss Green, the crossing guard, and Miss Gia Smith. Once again, Barracudas. Captain is Miss Ramick, assistant captain Miss Sufrat, and the following team members are part of this house: Miss Roca, Miss McQuaid, janitress, Miss Lee, janitress, Mr. James, janitor, Miss Green, crossing guard, and Miss Smith.
All right, grade
Moving on
5.
to the Shark house.
Sorry, I thought it
The
was
captain is D. Jagru, and assistant captain Miss J. Webb, followed by Miss K. Knowles, Miss S. Thompson, Miss Turnquest, Mr. Paul Security, Mr. Hall Security, and Miss Monroe Grade 3. Once again, Miss Jagru captain, Miss Webb assistant captain, followed by Miss K. Knowles, Miss S. Thompson, Miss C. Turnquest, Mr. Fall Security, Mr. Hall Security, Miss Monroe Grade 3. Then we have the Marlins house. Captain Miss Edwards of grade 4, assistant Miss Dean, janitress. Then you have Miss Granger, Miss Moss, Miss Matthew, Miss Jolly security guard, Miss Williamson, and Mistress McKinney. Once again, Marlins house, Miss Edwards captain, assisted by Miss Dean, janitress. Then you have Miss Granger, Miss Moss, Miss Matthew, Miss Jolly, Miss Williamson, and Miss McKinney. And Miss Higgs. Sorry about that.
Hi. Hello.
And last but not least, we have the Dolphins house. Miss D. Dean is the captain, followed by the assistant captain, Mr. N. Gray. Then we have Miss Green, the aide, Mr. Hebron, crossing guard, Miss Pratt, Miss Taylor, Mr. Moore, security guard, and Miss Hinsey, janitress. Once again, this is Dolphins house. The captain is Miss D. Dean from grade 4. Then the assistant is Mr. N. Gray. Then you have Miss Green, aide, Mr. Hebron, crossing guard, Miss Pratt, Miss Taylor, Mr. Moss, the security guard, and Miss Hinsey, our janitress. Those are all of our houses. Those are the members, a part of those houses. Teachers, custodial staff, members of JPT, please at this time assemble in the quadrangles in your homes so that we can get started with our inter-house basketball. It's going to be a fun day. The Marlins house will sit in the front of my room. The Dolphins house will sit in the front of Miss Edwards' room. The Barracuda's house will sit to the back area of the stage, which is near to grade 3. And leaving the Sharks, that will be over by grade 1 ground class at the time. All students should be outside in their houses. Teachers, custodial staff members, and other staff members, please go to your houses at this time to receive your children so that the school will stay in order. Thank you so much, everybody. And following the basketball game, we will announce our winners of the board competition, and you will also receive prizes during that time. Thank you.
Okay, listen up. Announcements are over.
Alright, everyone,
We coming now. We coming now. You have Okay, she ain't even in here. Thank you. All right.
Alright. Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go. Grade 5.
Excellent. Let's go to Barracuda.
For those that were able to get their meteorite together, please hold it up. Hold it up. Let's see it. Let's see it. Awesome. Awesome. Beautiful work. Beautiful work. All right. So first we had our meteoroid, and now this represents what? What does this represent? Alright, now I want you to hold your meteor up. Hold your meteor up in your hand. Hold your meteor up in your hand. Hold it in your hand. And when this happens, what does it mean? What does it turn into? A meteorite. Alright, okay, grade 5. You can eat it right now and think. Yes, you can go wash your hands. We will go wash our hands one by one. Christina. Alright, today we learned about meteors, meteoroids, and meteorites. Alright. So we learned a lot about it, and we have to remember the steps. Okay, grade 5, giraffe, I know we're excited. We have to remember the steps. We have to remember what happens first. Then it turns into what? And then what happens, and then what? Okay, grade 5, we were a great audience today. We will take turns. We will go group by group. 1 minute to wash our hands after you're done, all right?